Welcome to the moon of the Salal Berry. Much of August is when this moon takes place, and today I'm coming to you from the Point Elliott Treaty tribal lands in the beautiful San Juan Islands. My name is Anna, and my ancestral names are Adultsan and Celestialat. I work for the Swinomish tribe, and I'm also a Swinomish tribal member. And today we're going to look deeper into one of my favorite berries, the Salal Berry, and some of her friends. Here we have my friend Salal, otherwise known as T'aka in Lushootseed, T'aka. And another name for this fun berry is the laughing berry of the forest. So these have hanging berries from the stem, and they usually come in odd numbers, anywhere between 5 all the way up to 15. And they also have these signature, round, smooth, waxy leaves. A good way to identify Salal is its leaves. As you can see here, the leaves are smooth on the edge with only one point at the tip, and they are veiny and a dark green color. They also have a waxy texture to them. The newer leaves, which are light green, are a lot softer, and they grow near the top of each of the plants. Another good way to identify Salal or T'aka is looking at the bottom of each of the berries. There's a small star, and that's how you can tell that this is Salal as compared to other berries. They usually grow to be about 4 feet tall, so the next time you're in the forest, be on the lookout for this beautiful understory plant. Salal has a variety of different companion plants. A lot of them are the ones you'll find in heavily wooded areas, such as conifers like cedar trees and Douglas firs, and also smaller plants like ferns and ocean spray. Salal is filled with medicine. From its berries to its leaves, there are a lot of different healing properties that this plant can offer. The berries themselves are exceptionally high in vitamin C, fiber, protein, and even omega fatty acids. And the leaves hold a lot of medicine as well. The younger leaves are better to use if you're going to be using them for medicinal uses. You can pull them off and you can dry them and use them for tea. They're great for things like pulling out sickness that you have in your throat, such as a cough or a cold. And if you catch the leaves when they're young enough, you can just pick them straight off the plant and chew them, and you'll start feeling the healing properties of Salal. Pemmican is a high-energy food that was traditionally used to support hunters and gatherers during their respective seasons. In our pemmican today, we're going to be including dried Salal berries, hazelnuts, dried red huckleberries, dried wild blueberries, raw walnut butter, nettle seed, and elk jerky. These are also all seasonally available right now during this moon. We already have some of these ground up, so we're going to go ahead and add these in. And then we're going to add in the dried Salal berries, the dried nettle seeds, and these are a great source of energy to add to pemmican. We have our dried red huckleberry and our dried wild blueberry. And then finally, we're going to add in the entire jar of the raw walnut butter. So now we're going to mix together all of the ingredients that we put into the bowl. And after you kind of get it to a good texture enough that it will be able to stick together, you can go ahead and use your hands and start to form a ball. And after you do so, you can just go ahead and set them aside and let them dry for a while, and they will last up to about a month if you keep them in a cool, dark place. Another easy recipe you can use to utilize your Salal berries is fruit leather, and the 3 ingredients for fruit leather include Salal berries, lemon juice, and honey. And you blend together all of those things and you pour them onto a piece of wax paper, you put it in a dehydrator, and you have fruit leather. Traditionally, our people would make up to 15-pound cakes with their Salal berries. Today we make fruit leather, and it's a great way to pay homage to what our ancestors used to eat. The moon of the Salal is known for being one of the busier months in the 13 moons calendar year. One of the things that our people have traditionally done and still do to this day is beach seining. And one of the locations that they do this at is at Lone Tree Point.
We're down here at Lone Tree Point, on the Swinomish Reservation. I'm Brian Porter. I'm from the Caillou family. My great-grandmother was Aurelia Hilaire. My great-grandfather was Gaston Sr. And he was the one that introduced everybody to beach seining. When I first started fishing, I think I was 10 years old. And my grandpa used to take us out to Snowish Beach over here, and we'd go gill netting. When it was beach seining, we'd come over here and run around the beach and learn how to beach seine, which is something that we've done as a tribe for a long time, as long as I can remember. My grandparents, my great-grandparents, they all beach seined at one time or another. Swinomish, we consider ourselves all salmon people. Maybe smoked it or salt brine or something, but there was always salmon on the table. And this was probably one of the reasons why, is because of this fishery. You can imagine back in the day when that was food sources. You just come and you would fish and dig clams and catch crab. And that was you would set the table. When the tide is out, the table is set. So that was kind of how the elders talked to us. Grandma used to tell us, my Hilaire grandma used to tell us, watch for the salmon berries. If there's a lot of salmon berries, there's going to be a lot of fish. Another teaching is things that we're all connected. Like we have the discussions on the southern resident killer whale and how they live off of Chinook salmon. If we were to take too many Chinooks, what would that leave the killer whale or any of the other species, even this harbor seal? Where are they going to live off of? We can't just think of ourselves. We got to think of others. So that's what I would instill, and that's what I teach, my kids.